The Notre Dame Fighting Irish returned 3 of their 3 deep running backs from last year. So Jeremiyah Love, Jadarian Price, Aeneas Williams, and they helped Notre Dame run for nearly 6 yards per carry, 5.7 yards per carry to be exact. And they had 45 rushing touchdowns last year. I didn't have that written down, but that's just such an insane number that I couldn't ignore that. I know it's in 16 games, which that tied with Ohio State, Penn State, Texas, that's the most games outside of maybe one of those BYU teams that played under Lavelle Edwards. I think there was one team that played in 15 games. I don't know about 16, though. 16 games is a lot, especially for a college football roster. And yet, Notre Dame still, they were able to put up a good effort. They powered through injuries. They played the national championship game. And their rushing offense, especially in the regular season, was awesome. It was an incredible sight to watch, the amount of explosive runs they had, the type of offense they generated. I think that the impact of these running backs here is that they establish for Notre Dame both a high ceiling and a high floor. Before we resume this segment, please take a few seconds of your time to make sure you have liked the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and for any team podcasts and playlists linked in the description, and also comment your thoughts down below in the comment section and join my Discord server via the description. All of those things I just asked you to do are completely free, and they sign you up for things related to my channel, or they don't sign you up for anything. No cost to you, and all the benefit to you because we release daily college football content here on College Football with Sam. If you want to support the channel monetarily, sign up for a YouTube membership, or check any other links in the description for my merchandise store and Patreon page. Thank you very much, and let's get back to the segment. So when I look at Jeremiyah Love and Jadarian Price, and then Aeneas Williams too, they have unique skill sets. I mean, Williams was used a lot in the playoffs as a catcher, a pass catcher out of the backfield, and did a pretty good job at that. And then Jeremiyah Love and Jadarian Price are both extremely athletic, both very explosive, more so known for their explosivity than power, but they do have power and grit, as I think they showed in the playoffs. And keep in mind, by the playoffs, they were playing behind an offensive line that was really beginning to fall apart. I think especially in that final game, Ohio State's run defense was one of the best, if not the best, run defenses in America. However, I mean, they were really reeling by the end of the season. I mean, in that Orange Bowl, I think both Notre Dame and Penn State really kicked each other's rear. I think that Penn State did it in the trenches, and I think Notre Dame did it to Penn State mentally and then through the air. And it was that game right there is where I think I gained more admiration from Notre Dame, for Notre Dame than ever before. And that's because they were down 10-0, and it looked like Penn State was totally the better team and much more dominant, and that they had much better energy. And yet Notre Dame fought. They went on a 17-0 run, and throughout the rest of the game, they went on a 27-14 run to close it out and win. And that took grit. And it also took Jeremiyah Love having that run where he stayed on his feet and stiff-armed, I think it may have been Abdul Carter, into the end zone, and had that really impactful momentum-shifting play that ultimately helped lead Notre Dame to a win in that Orange Bowl. Jeremiyah Love was one of the best running backs in the country last year, and entering this year, it should exactly be the same. He averaged 6.9 yards per carry with 1,125 rushing yards and 17 touchdowns. You also have Jadarian Price, who averaged 6.2 yards per carry with 7 touchdowns and 746 rushing yards. And then Aeneas Williams had 219 rushing yards, averaged 6.4 yards per carry, and 2 touchdowns. These are players who have NFL futures, who are well coached and have a great impact. And they will continue to have a great impact because the offensive line in front of them is fantastic. Rudolph does a wonderful job. He could be the best offensive line coach in the country. Everyone, and I mean everyone, in this running back group, they come back. So it's another year of learning, another year of growing. You're going to be in the second year of Mike Denbrock's system, and they can carry the team too. Say that CJ Carr, Kenny Minchey, whoever starts, say that they struggle. Well, with the offensive line that they have, the tight ends, and with the power that this running back room has, they should be able to, put the offense on their back, which they did for a lot of last year. I mean, it took Leonard a little bit, more than a little bit. It took him a while to really get adjusted and play to his potential. And the running backs still practically willed this team to 11 wins, along with the defense, of course, which led the nation in turnovers, had several defensive touchdowns. Was just a wonderful job by Al Golden as well on top of Mike Denbrock. They had one of the best coordinator duos in America last season. And if the passing game is a strength of this team this year, which many, including myself, expect it to be, so that's if Carr or Minchey don't struggle and they're superior through the air compared to Leonard, that means defenses will have to be honest, and they'll have to focus on both stopping the pass and the run rather than doing what I think a lot of teams did in Notre Dame last year, which is we're going to stack the box and we're going to send guys your way and just dare you to throw. I think that's what Penn State tried to do, and then it actually worked for Notre Dame's benefit, helped them win, and then that, it to a certain degree, I think is what even happened with Ohio State in that second half of the national title game where Notre Dame had that little comeback there, is Notre Dame decided, okay, well, we have to pass because we're down and we can't run on you. And then it actually, came together a little bit. And Carr and Minchey, I think, both have a better arm than Leonard. At least Carr at his peak will. And then you look at the schedule, and the big games for Notre Dame are really Miami, Texas A&M, USC. We can also include, maybe Arkansas on the road, Boise State at home, or Pittsburgh on the road. None of these teams outside of, I think, A&M, USC, and Miami can really stop this ground attack. Doesn't mean that Notre Dame can't lose to anyone else, but it's certainly going to be unlikely that they lose to anyone else. And I would take Notre Dame's running backs and offensive line, I would take them, I would say over USC's defensive front. I would also say over Texas A&M's defensive front. And Miami's, I would say probably, yeah. Especially as the season progresses, because Miami has some depth concerns at D-tackle. Don't know about week 1 when everyone should be healthy, and Miami does have a new and better defensive coordinator compared to where they were last year. So there is that. But Notre Dame, if they go 12-0, it will be not just because they step up at quarterback and also their defense reloads a bit. It'll be because the offensive line is better, and also the running backs will be better. Because this schedule is tougher than the Notre Dame schedule of last year in 2024. I love the outlook of this running back room. I think it's going to be one of the best in the country. We'll see who's better between Penn State and Notre Dame at running back. As of right now, I would slightly lean with Penn State there, but there's definitely a strong argument for Notre Dame to have the best there, and I would say they certainly have the second best running back room in America. You have some others who can contend for having one of the top-end running back rooms, so I think Louisville, I think Minnesota, I think Oregon with Mackay Hughes, but ultimately the top two are Notre Dame and Penn State. And Notre Dame is a special place as being, I think, only one of two teams who could compete for that number one spot in America if you're ranking running back duos or running back rooms overall. Thank you for watching College Football with Sam. Make sure that you've liked the video, subscribed to the channel, hit the notification bell for the channel and team playlists and podcasts in the description, joined the free Discord server where we talk college football 24/7, and have commented your thoughts down below. Check out the description for any ways you can support the channel monetarily. Everything else I've asked you to do is completely free, and your support means the world to me. We're trying to become the next big thing on college football YouTube. 6-figure subscribers, maybe 1 million one day. I think we can do that. And also check out any videos or playlists, anything in these columns right here, where there will be videos and playlists. Yeah, you get the point. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.